class results, anyone who studies the basics and makes a dedicated effort can achieve success. In 1966, this 6'1", 180-pounder from Preston, Iowa, graduated from high school and began an incredible journey with his shot. Over a career of 22 years, he traveled nearly 1 million miles to compete over 500 times. His genius brought a world record in 1973 and a grace and beauty unequaled in the event. Al Feuerbach knows how to put the shot, and he's here to share his knowledge with you. In 1966, this 15-year-old went out for track to improve his conditioning for football and basketball. 10 years later, he was the best discus thrower in the world. But in 1977, multiple Mac was also the national indoor champion in the shot, with a lifetime best of 69 feet 1 inch. Mac Wilkins will show you how to master the rotational style of shot putting. Successful shot putters come in different sizes and with varying techniques, but they all have one thing in common: great mental strength. The mental strength to meet the challenge of throwing ever farther. In this program, Al and Mac will take you through a workout and share their knowledge. You provide the mental strength.
It was always my belief that champions are made in the hundreds of hours of training, not just in the moment of competition. Challenge yourself to accomplish something in every workout. I start by jogging up and down the field a few times. Feel the rhythm. Focus on the training session ahead. After 5 to 6 minutes of jogging, I do a light, easy stretch routine. Easy movements. Don't overdo it. We're not warmed up yet. This is not the time for a strenuous flexibility routine. Finish with free squats and a few push-ups on the toe board. There are 3 basics to be learned before we throw. Know your shot, the grip, and placement. Can you find the shot among these 4 common objects? It's not this or this. Too bad. You could make good money throwing them. It's not this one either. I think this is a discus. This is it. It's the heaviest challenge of all. Now let's get serious. The shot is held at the top of the palm, with the fingers slightly spread. The thumb is for control. Holding the shot too low in the palm hinders the ability to snap the shot off. Holding the shot too high on the fingers is unnecessary, since the shot will naturally roll off the fingers at release. Because of physical differences in throwers, shot placement varies. World champion Udo Bayer held the shot somewhat under his chin. American record holder Brian Oldfield carries the shot high and back on the neck. I held the shot between those 2 extremes. Find the position in which you feel the most control. Get the feel of it. Concentrate. The stand throw is the perfect first step for beginners. It is also ideally suited for warming up or as a drill to build strength and technique. Step to the middle with your foot as close to 90 degrees to the direction of the throw as possible. Drop over the right leg. The hips are slightly open. The left arm is loose and out. The shoulders level and back. Start turning the right knee and hip into the direction of the throw. The feet will pivot. The right leg push transfers power to the left side. The left leg is still bent. The left side begins to block, raising the body and continuing to bring the shoulders around. Left side block, left arm lock. Eyes on the shot, release. The left foot is on the ground until the shot leaves the fingers. This is the power position. By opening the lower body to the left and keeping the upper body turned back to the right, the pre-torqued power position is created. The stand throw should always simulate the actual position of the full throw. Mentally note how each throw feels. Check the approximate distance. This is called feedback. Correct your technique as you warm up. 10 to 15 stands are usually enough. Remember, hips first, shoulders follow. Left side block, left arm lock. Eyes on the shot, release. The strength of the spin technique is a longer path and greater momentum. The advantage of the glide technique is that it is easier to find the power position and block. Whether you use the glide or the spin, there are three principles that will determine how far you throw. Height of release. There are genetic limitations here. Maximize your potential by driving through the highest point of release. Angle of trajectory. Should be about 42 degrees from the release point. It's natural with good technique. Speed of the shot at release. By far the most important principle, and one you have the most control over by developing your strength and improving your technique. What is important here is how well you unseat from the crouch, not how you get there. Just be comfortable, relaxed, and balanced. The back should be parallel to the ground. Left arm relaxed and slightly out. Keep the left foot left of the right foot. Look down and concentrate on the movement. This is where the effective movement starts. A slight shift of the hips towards the middle starts momentum across the circle. The left leg extends to the toe board as the right leg fully extends out of the back. Although the heel is the last to leave the ground, the push comes from the ball of the foot. The upper body remains back and passive. An active effort brings the right foot to the center and underneath the body. Land as close to 90 degrees as possible. The left foot lands almost simultaneously, slightly in the bucket. This allows for a free hip drive. This is the same pre-torqued power position as in the stand throw, though your body will be slightly more upright to facilitate movement. By pre-turning the knee, hips, and foot, you are ready to explode without the delay of having to rotate to this position upon landing. You also create torque between the shoulders and hips. This torque transfers lower body drive directly to the shot with no lost energy. A strong block will increase the speed of the shot and keep the athlete from fouling. Remember, balance in the crouch, shift the hips, extend the legs, right leg under, left foot contact, hips first, shoulders follow, left side block, left arm lock, eyes on the shot, release.
Olympic medalist and four-time national champion, is one athlete who switched from the glide to the spin to achieve his greatest results. You can create more power with the spin technique, but you can't get it into the shot unless you're in a good power position. The farther back and down the shot is, the farther you'll throw. Go slow enough to see the horizon. Keep the hips and weight between your feet with the right foot flat on the ground. Keep the shoulders level. Stay low and go slow. Move the shoulders over the left foot. Stay torqued. Pivot on the inside of the foot. Take the shot out around the left foot. Make a vertical plane with the left arm, thigh, and foot. Start low and drop the left leg to 90 degrees. Pivot to the direction of the throw before moving forward. The right leg is the main source of power. Balance makes a long right leg easy to achieve. Lead with the inside of the thigh. Bring it through ahead of the hips and upper body. Shorten the leg to accelerate and put the foot in the middle of the circle. The right heel stays off the ground during the pivot. The spin, as with the glide.
Some throwers never feel the power position because they lack control across the circle. Because this drill cheats you across the circle, it helps you work the power position and transfer momentum into the block. Note the simulated positions of the actual throw. Use this drill as part of your warm-up. A common fault is reversing too soon and not using the left side to block. Throwing without a reverse teaches the athlete to stand up to the highest point of release and push the shot as long as possible. Light shots can be used to work on technique and to experience increased quickness. Be careful not to change your normal technique. Heavy shots can help strengthen the throwing motion. Be disciplined. Use correct technique.
You can't throw the shot spin style without balance. Move your left shoulder over your left foot. Keep the upper body torqued. Start the movement with the back of your left shoulder. Pivot on the inside of the left foot. Keep the knees apart. Work on 90-degree sections. Shoulders and eyes stay level on the horizon. This drill helps keep you aware of the power position and landing with the shot back and down. Move through the circle and land with your left hand touching the ground. Now take a throw. Of course, you won't be this low in a real throw, but most throwers are too high and need to be aware of the feeling of getting lower.
2 to 3 days a week of running, jumping, and bounding are good for leg strength and coordination. But today is a weight training day. Start your lifting workout with 1 or 2 of the total body lifts. The total body lifts are the power clean, power snatch, push press behind the neck, high pulls, and jerks. Gradually warm up to training weights with 3 light sets. Then do 5 sets of 5 repetitions at the same weight in the preseason, or 3-3-3-2-1 with increasing weight during the season. The latter routine peaks the strength while conserving energy and quickness. The total body lifts simulate the throwing motion. They also require the most concentration and coordination, so do them while you are fresh. All start with the lower body and are finished with the upper body. Next, select 1 or 2 power movements. Examples are squat, front squat, incline press, bench press, press behind neck, dumbbell press, and deadlifts. Use the 5 sets of 5 repetitions preseason routine and the 5-4-3-2-1 pyramid in season. These lifts are important for building great strength. Always try to select lifts based on simulation of throw. Next, work on your torso and abdomen. Add 1 isolation lift for your event. For example, triceps press for shot put, dumbbell flies for discus. Use 3 sets of 10 repetitions for best results with these isolated movements. Alternate lifts like the front and back squat. Change your program every 6 weeks. The body needs to be surprised with new movements to keep responding. Keep a training log of lifts and throws. Lift 2 to 3 times a week, but go maximum only once a week per lift. Young lifters should learn to do all the lifts. For beginners, 13 to 15, emphasis should be on conditioning and technique, not heavy weight. Remember, don't cheat on your lifts. You can't cheat on your throws.
An important part of our development was watching technique films of champion throwers. We tried to create an image and a feeling for the throw. You can do the same with the throws in this program, and you'll have the benefit of our instruction as to the how and why of the technique. Sometimes you might want to watch the tape without any sound. Just look at the throws and try to feel the movements. This is called visualization. Create these images and feelings from this program, from experience in the circle, or from drills, or any positive source. Seeing a throw in your mind's eye is just as important as actually making the throw. Try to imagine what the perfect technique looks and feels like. Then see and feel this throw in your mind over and over. The more accurate and detailed your images, the better you'll perform. Too many details can destroy your rhythm and make you mechanical. You can overcome this with